Hi, this is Sherry Brown from Clarity and Insight. I'm here to present to you your August forecast for 2019. We have a variety of cards from some of our favorite makers, and we will put links to those at the bottom. So go ahead and take a moment and let yourself become grounded and centered. Perhaps take a deep breath and exhale any worries or tensions. And as you do, I want you to begin to focus on the crystals at the top of the cards. Perhaps you will close your eyes now and just take a moment. And when you open your eyes, allow your eyes to go to the deck, to the crystal that speaks to you. If you have chosen stack number 1 with the rose crystal, this is your August forecast. Let's see what we have here. The first card that you have this month is Love, followed by the Dreamer and the Queen of Water. Perhaps we have some water signs in here for August. We've got the Two of Cups, the Four of Cups, Mistress of the Labyrinth, and Abundance. Okay, so first of all, August is going to start out for you as a new beginning. A lot of things that you have been dreaming about in the past or trying to come together, or perhaps you felt kind of stagnant and things weren't going your way. Things are going to start opening up for you in a very new and powerful way. It's also showing here that this may be some water signs in here, so that can be a Pisces or a Cancer or a Scorpio. And so that energy is coming in here, and it's about going to a new level with who you are, with relationships, how you care for yourself or others. You also may be finding a difficult situation or something that's been causing you stress that you've not been able to kind of get away from, finally lifting. And I feel like it's got a lot to do for the rose quartz people over abundance, right? So this is a lot around money. All right, and it's showing here that love is very, very important to you. And so keeping in mind that, loving people is what we're at, especially when it comes to relationships. So you've got the Two of Cups, so that's definitely a choice. It's definitely a partnership. That's definitely coming together around relationships. Could even be business, but definitely would be a love connection. So if you have been broken up for somebody, or there's been a little distance, you may find that that relationship reconciles itself in August, as well as some money situations. All right, so you've got the Four of Cups here. So you want to really see all the options that are available for you for August and not letting yourself become short-sighted on anything. And this is clarified here with that leap of faith. And so you might feel a little salty at times, but try to really hone in on that best energy and that best attitude. It does look like that you're an intuitive person. I'm sure with this water element somewhere in your chart or just in your personality, that you've got a very divine intuitive connection, and that you should be listening to what your higher self is telling you during this period, because you may not have really stood up for yourself in the past. You may have been somebody that's kind of let things slide and you haven't spoken up for what you really want, whether it's in relationships or around money. But the fact is, as soon as you change this mental attitude, all of these difficulties are going to go, and it looks like August is going to be a very transformational month. So a lot of the irritation that you've had in the last few months, it's going to accumulate and actually open up. And so August is going to bring you a lot of new beginnings, a lot of clarifications about what you want in relationships, and a lot of answers around your finances that's going to prepare you for the rest of the year. All right. So for those of you who have picked the tiger's eye, I love tiger's eye because it's such a great protection stone. This is what your August has in store for you. Okay. You've got the Four of Pentacles. You've got some honesty here being essential. Got some more information coming. I think we have these in the wrong order. There we go. Okay. All right. Very interesting. Some anxiety, it looks like, some worry. Somehow we got an extra card. So, those of you who have picked the tiger's eye, you're going to have a very interesting August. Okay, so let's take a look at everything that's going to come out for you. First of all, you may have some stress about where you have not been paying attention to your finances, to your money. You've been letting things go. It's now time for you to step more into some self-discipline. So these are going to be some areas where maybe you've been procrastinating, or perhaps you have really held on to every dime, or you've been letting things go not in the direction that you wanted. And so things have not been turning out for you the way that you wanted to. And it looks like that there's been some disappointment and sadness around that in the past. And so August is asking you to really step into a place where you're being honest with yourself. Okay? You have got to look at your situation with objective eyes. And if you don't feel like that you can do that, go and get some guidance, because you're showing here that you can get more information. And so you may have to have a book. You may need to get a life coach. You may just need to talk to a really good friend and really confide in them about these stresses and worries that you're having right now. It looks like you could be suffering from some anxiety and excessive worry. However, and this is what's important, you've got the ability here to really shift. You've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is an amazing card, shows that you have every ability to accomplish everything you want financially in life. And so now you're really dealing more with a mental attitude that could be holding you back. Things are going to move very swiftly. I do feel like some new opportunities are going to come to you quite quickly, and you will need to make decisions quickly. You will not need to have a lot of haste with that. And so if an opportunity comes for a job, they may want to answer immediately, as an example. It does show here that being vulnerable and being honest about where you're at and honest about what you want is the key to your freedom in August. So you can break through all of this karmic stuff that you've got going on and these patterns that are repeating. And August looks like a great month for you to finally clear this up. It is showing again that you may want to be asking for help. You may want to be talking to people who can give you guidance, that it is absolutely here and that you have every ability coming up to shift things, to be vulnerable, to get help, to get your emotions more under control, to get your spending under control, and to seize these opportunities that are coming for you. All right, and because you've got kind of a month of a lot of transition, I'm going to go ahead and just pull one extra clarifying card for you guys. Oh, I love that. Okay. And so you want to feel a lot of love. You want to reconnect with your own heart center. And so allow August to be a month where you actually operate from a place of your heart, from integrity, from compassion, from being honest, from really speaking your truth. And that may be hard for you, right? Because you chose this tiger's eye, you know, and that's a sacral chakra stone, can also be used kind of for root. So when you're thinking about you're choosing that stone, you really want to clear these emotions and really take these opportunities that are going to present themselves for you in August. All right, for my clarity and insight seekers who chose amethyst, this is your August 2019 forecast. All right, let's see what's coming up for you guys this month. All right, for my amethyst pickers, we have got some romance perhaps coming in here. We've got a young male who may be showing some interest, definitely coming up. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is definitely going to be some romance coming in or clarifying into your life. Okay, and so let me just take a look at all the cards here and see what your reading is going to be like for August. Well, one thing it does look like for sure, whatever has been happening in your life around romance, around relationships, things that have been weighing you down, you're really ready right now to start moving past those blocks and those obstacles. You know, you have got a very warm, confident, and intelligent energy. And it looks like people may not really appreciate that all the way, and that you've allowed other people to come before even yourself in a lot of areas and relationships. Now, you may say to people, well, I'm just being nice or I'm just being friendly, but I always hasten people to remember that you cannot digest somebody else's lunch. And what that technically means is if you're taking care of everybody else but not yourself, you're taking them from learning their karma and you're not learning your own. And so this is a month for you to move on from that pattern where you have not been acknowledged properly. It does show here you're very tender, you're very compassionate, you have a desire to help, and you generally meet people with a very loving attitude. And so you've got that desire. So this month is very pivotal for you to see that, to acknowledge that, because you could very possibly meet somebody this month that could turn into a relationship. Now, it does show there's going to be a lot of desire around there, so this would be a nice sexual energy exchange and attraction. But you're ready to heal from these old patterns. And so there's some karmic patterns here for you around relationships for sure. And you are ready. You're ready to break through that. You're ready to soften your heart, to say yes to yourself, to move past these old blocks, because you're going to have an opportunity with the shift in August to really step into a place where you can find the love that you so desire. And so let's just pull one of these beautiful lover cards here, and let's see if we have a final message for August. As we can see, this is a month for you of moving on and finding new love. And again, there it is. And you got the transformation, and that's exactly what you're in. Your relationships are going to get deeper. You're going to get back to the heart of love and know what it is that you're looking for around love. And so I would say that your life is probably pretty much okay except for around relationships. However, I think you're able right now to see the things that aren't working for you, and there's a new energy coming in, so you definitely want to clean the house before the company comes. Okay, and for those of you who chose the turquoise, here is your August forecast. All right, let's see here. We are starting out with your foundation. Okay, so this is going to be you've probably had a very interesting last couple of weeks or a month here, because you have had a lot of obstacles coming at you. You've probably felt like hibernating a little bit, trying to stay away out of the fray. It does look like here that you definitely could be more of an introvert at times, especially if you find yourself in a challenging situation. And so for you, when you were coming into August, it shows here that you're getting back in touch with what's really important to you. And this is your foundation. This is simplifying things. This is being able to see what really matters to you on a higher level. It shows here that you may have been helping people that have either been sick or needed some assistance, some moral support, perhaps even financially. And so you've got some people that you may be feeling like that you need to cut off or step back from them a little bit. It also shows here that you may have even been deceived by somebody in the recent past, or you may be finding out things about people that leaves you a little unsettled, a little disappointed. So they're showing some disappointment here for you around relationships or people that you were involved with. That can also be family. It's showing that you've had to heal and take some time because this has been difficult for you. So August for you is really seeing the big picture, knowing what is the most important to you, and taking some time to connect with that side, because here it's showing that you need to be meditating in August, and that taking a little time away from people to recollect yourself is the most thing that needed for you for the month. It is showing here that you are definitely protected. So you definitely have a divine connection, and you're being led through these, what you may think are challenges, but it's really taking you back to the road of freedom. It's showing here that you need to be connected to the divine a lot for this healing to happen, and you need to do a lot of forgiveness of yourself and others. Don't let your fears and concerns worry you, because even though you're in this, a transition month, and transition's never easy, there is definitely a deeper level of healing that is happening for you. And you're going to get back to your roots, and all these problems with people and situations, perhaps even around work, they're going to actually lighten as soon as you get back to what's the most important to you. And so always go back into the root of things for you. What do you value? What is important to you in relationships? What is it that you're looking for as far as your work? What satisfies you? And it's saying here that, and you've got the secret admirer card. And so that's telling you here that you've got somebody that's supposed to be coming into your life. Okay? It's a secret to you. You don't know who it is right now. You might even feel very discouraged that maybe nobody's coming, or, that you're going to be the only one left out. And if you're feeling that way, that's just not true. What is true is that you have to know really who you are and what you want. And if you can know that, the rest of this stuff, and let it go. I mean, just simply let it go. If they've been bad to you, if somebody's hurt you, forgive them, let it go. Because right now it's holding you back, and you've got somebody that is going to come in for you. And I believe your angels already know who it is. I believe they're not that far away. And you might even have an ex that still has feelings for you that hasn't shown up, okay, or hasn't really let on as much as they do have feelings for you. And so you've got all this love coming. It's right here, but it's really just getting down to the nitty-gritty and doing this little bit of clearing work. And so definitely meditate, spend some time connecting with the divine, release everything that annoys you, and just pull in all of that love. Really every day just pull in love and just send love out, because standing up for yourself is very important for you right now. And by doing that and getting rid of people who are just not in your best interest, Okay, they're not adding value. They're draining your energy. You know, you're sensitive to these energies. You're an empath, and you have got to take more dominion over your energy and who you interchange with. Everything that you bring in becomes part of you. And so if you're answering the phone and somebody's full of negativity, you've picked up that energy. And so for you especially, you need to surround yourself with people of light because you're a very sensitive being.